Okay, let's get a story now with some class and style. The fashion world could be in for a seismic shift with news that Dame Anna Wintour is stepping down as the editor-in-chief from US Vogue magazine. Wintour has edited the magazine for the past 37 years and is regarded as one of the most powerful people in global fashion. She's frequently seen in the front row at shows around the world and is credited with making and breaking style trends. While Wintour, who is 75 years old, is resigning, she will not be retiring. She's going to continue to hold senior roles with the Conde Nast magazine group and remain Vogue's global editorial director. I'd like to now welcome Natasha Fraser, a Paris-based author and journalist who was European editor for Harper's Bazaar from 1999 to 2004 and a staff member and journalist at Women's Wear Daily and W magazines. So Anna Wintour stepping down is clearly huge news for the fashion world. What was your reaction when you heard that she was leaving?
Well, she's not really leaving. She's not riding off into the sunset. I mean, the person who is taking over, who is not going to be an editor-in-chief, is going to be reporting to Anna Wintour. So, I mean, Anna will continue to be there in force.
So you don't really see her stepping aside at all then? Is it clear who's going to step in to, a re-envisioned version of her place to report to her? Any names floating around?
I haven't heard of any, but I do feel that we have to state that magazines have really changed. And certainly when Anna in the 80s, when she arrived at Vogue, and it was a very different place, wasn't it? You had Tina Brown, you had Anna Wintour. I mean, they were powerhouses in charge of magazines. It's not quite the case now, is it? The magazines have changed.
It is indeed a very different world these days. And I understand you met Anna Wintour during your work as a fashion editor, and I was wondering what your experience was of working with her, both personally and professionally.
It was thanks to Anna Wintour. She heard that I wanted to come to Paris. She wanted me to work for American Vogue. I was then working for Andy Warhol's Interview magazine. And she said, I'll send faxes. It was 1989, so email didn't exist. And what is incredible about Anna Wintour, and this needs to be stated, she's true to her word. If she says, I will do it, she will. And she said, I'm going to help you find a job in one of the French fashion houses. And it was thanks to her that I worked for Karl Lagerfeld for 2 years, from 1989 to 1991. And the introduction was Anna Wintour.
What do you think it is about her that makes her such a sharp indicator for fashion trends?
I don't actually think of Anna as fashion trends. I think of Anna as having an incredible nose for people and being brilliant at delegating. And I think someone who is an absolute sensational editor-in-chief, which she certainly was, has to know how to delegate. Because many people wanted their own magazine, but to have your own magazine and feel the person on every page is someone who knows how to delegate. For instance, her first issue really broke boundaries. It was an Israeli model. It was styled by a French one, Carlin Cerf, and the model was wearing a La Croix couture jacket with a pair of jeans. In 1989, I think it was 1987, but it sounds so normal now. But at the time, it was extraordinary. People were so angry. How dare she show couture with a pair of jeans? And yet she was onto something. She was saying, for couture to live, it has to be young. It has to be worn by young women. Obviously very rich, but still, she almost brought Paris back, if that makes sense. And I think of actually Anna as more of a big thinker than someone of trends. But she will choose the right editor, who will know what the right trend is, if that makes sense.
It does.
It's all about having that. She has that nose for the person who's right for that, the right style editor, the right fashion writer, all that. And I really think in her heyday,
Please go ahead. Yeah, in her heyday, carry on.
You could feel, I do think that the sign of a great editor-in-chief is that you feel them on every page. And I do feel that Anna, certainly in her heyday, you could feel her on every page.
I mean, she absolutely was a powerhouse. From Paris, how do you think this editorial dominance was received? Did people respect it? Did they resent it a little bit?
I think they respected Anna because, again, I mean, if she said something, she did it. And she was quite, I remember her, well, he's now late husband, David Schaffer, saying, Anna is like the Duke of Wellington. She's a woman of few words, but many actions. And I certainly know that the French really appreciated that. She said, I'm going to put you on the cover, and that was it. She also had very, very strong relationships with the designers, John Galliano, Karl Lagerfeld, all sorts of different people, and Oscar de la Renta in America. I mean, she's passionate about fashion. She was passionate. This was not just someone who, Anna, from the word go, was passionate about fashion.
She had something of a reputation, too, didn't she, that earned her even the nickname Nuclear Winter. Do you think that was helpful to her?
Well, again, she was a woman of few words. At that time, I think now with time, she's changed a lot, she's evolved, and she could be quite, I think probably she's not the warm and fuzzy kind, except when, she's been a very good friend to people. I think it's also a thing of time, not having that time to sit down and perhaps be warm and fuzzy. And but you have to give it to her. She had a vision and she totally went for it and was incredibly relevant for a very, very long time.
That is for certain. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today. We've been chatting with Natasha Fraser.